Narito ang programang totoong-totoo, Tambayan sa DWIZ. Programang magliliwanag ng ilang mahahalagang mga issue. Tambayan sa DWIZ. At ngayon, narito na sila upang maghatid ng saya sa bawat Pilipino. Sa programang Tambayan sa DWIZ.
Magandang tanghali. Welcome to Tambayan. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. DWIZ text line is 0999-376-6768. Ulitin po natin, 0999-376-6768. We're also on Facebook Live and YouTube live streaming. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe. We're also on Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles at Ahmed Paglinawan. Don't forget to like and follow doon sa aming Facebook page. Ulitin ko po, don't forget to like and follow sa aming Facebook page if you haven't yet. And if you have, check nyo kung naka-like and follow pa kayo. Topic ng ating discussion ngayong araw na ito. And don't forget na mag-subscribe din sa ating YouTube channel. Magandang tanghali. Batiin ko lang po yung tol na nagtatago dun sa YouTube channel namin. Magandang and dun sa mga magigiting na tumatambay sa ating YouTube. Magandang tanghali kay Putong Inamoy, John Atlas Tumlos, Joe Zun USA, L. Bragais, LL Coco, Pamia Poch, Ma'am Jennifer Ichikawa, John Brian Monterola, Ellie Bulatid, Leonor Gabawan, Chris Basil, and sino pa ba? Dana V. Raison. Dito naman sa ating Facebook, magandang tanghali kay Joel Macaraig, Flor de Lis Espadilla Alvibal, Cecilia Kempis Asis, Lisa Subteniente, Toribio Agulto, Jen, tama ba yan? Inka, Sirin Pablo, Stacy Stewart, Mina Solano, Yerd de Gleason, Amalia Ramirez Acop, Sepi Zabalia, Muriel Perez, at ang dami nyo na, maragandang tanghali. Huwag nyo kakalimutan, like, share, and follow, ha? At saka pusuan nyo din po naman dun sa ating, especially dyan sa Facebook page natin. So, magandang tanghali, nag-issue ng resolution, nag-file ng resolution, 12 of our senators, at humihingi sila ng investigasyon tungkol sa alleged troll farms. Okay? The past few days, pinag-uusapan talaga natin itong freedom of speech. Kasi bukod sa nag-anibersaryo yung pagsasara ng isang major network, maingay na, actually, ang nag-iingay ay ilang mga senador at mga miyembro ng oposisyon. Panay ang bukang bibig nila tungkol sa trolls and troll farms. Dinidefine natin paulit-ulit ang ibig sabihin ng troll. Ang ibig sabihin ng troll ay isang tao on social media na pilit magpo-post ng isang ikagagalit o ikagugulo ng isang grupo o grupo ng mga tao. It happens, ang isang troll po ay namamasok o pumapasok sa mga accounts ng iba o sa mga pages ng iba o kaya sa Twitter na nanahimik ka, biglang may usapan ng ilang tao, biglang sisingit sa usapan para ikagalit ng mga nag-uusap na yon. And it can happen in any social media platform, primarily Facebook, Twitter, kung saan maraming diskusyon, Reddit, minsan sa once in a while sa IG, pero usually dun sa mga areas na may mga comment sections kung saan maraming nakikilahok. So lately meron na rin po, or hindi naman lately, matagal na I'm sure, meron din po sa YouTube. Bakit dinidistinguish ang trolls from ordinary commenters? Kasi ang purpose ng trolls ay magkagulo or manggalit ng mga tao. Some people just really get off on this. Ibig sabihin, ikinatutuwa nila. Merong iba dyan, may sakit na talaga sa ulo. At kinagagalak nila at nagkumukuha sila ng enerhiya sa pagiging troll at sa pag nakikita nila na nagagalit yung mga tao, nako-confuse, nag-aaway. Mayroon talaga pong mga ganon. Okay? Minsan ang tawag sa kanila energy vampires. Gayon pa man. Bakit ang Senado ay na-interes? Sa ilang linggo na nakaraan, iba-ibang senador ang nagsasabing troll farms, troll farms, troll farms. Parang ang pinalalabas, at ito po ay linya ng Rappler, makikita niyo po sa ilang beses ng sinasabi ni Maria Ressa. Itong mga troll farms daw ay nakakaapekto ng public opinion. At dahil magkakaroon na po ng eleksyon, hindi malayong mag-isip sila na muli na namang may maiinidoro supposedly dahil sa troll farms. Eksaminin natin ang sinabi ng isang senador katulad ni Senator Kiko Pangilinan. Kung hindi daw na-troll si Mar Rojas at saka si Bam Aquino, marahil nanalo daw sila noong 2016 for Mar Rojas at 2019 for Bam Aquino. Nakakaloka. Apparently, teorya ito ni Senator Kiko. Mayroon ba siyang pinisinta na ebidensya? Wala naman. Pero, ang nakikita nating trend ay lahat sila ay nambibintang di umano sa ating mga social media commenters na para sa kanila ay trolls. Ano ba uli ang troll? Yung troll, papasukin ka dun sa page mo at manggugulo. Pero ang definition dito sa Senate resolution, ang troll daw ay nagpo-post ng ikagagalit. Nagpo-post? Kung sarili mong page yan, sarili mong account, ikaw ba ay troll? Parang nalayo yata sa tunay na o sa original na definisyon ng troll dito sa social media. Hindi ba ang troll ay nagkukos ng gulo? Kung nandun ka lang sa sarili mong account, ikaw ba ay nagiging cause ng gulo? Ang kausap mo lang naman yung mga followers mo at saka yung mga sarili mong friends. So paano natin masasabi na troll ito o isang taong nanghihimasok sa panggugulo? Diba? Bukod pa dito, sinabi dun sa Senate resolution, and I quote, dali lang po, sinasabi dun sa Senate resolution na ang definition din nila sa trolls ay kadalasan sila ay anonymous o kaya nagtatago sa ibang identities. Ang purpose is to, allegedly take focus away from the subject at hand, sending a rational discussion down a rabbit hole of obscenities, personal attacks, and jokes. Okay lang yan. Yun nga talaga ang troll. Pero, kung ikaw mismo nagpalalagay sa sariling mong page, paano ka magkakakos ng confusion? Samantalang ikaw ang author ng post. At ikaw ang nagdidirect mismo ng diskusyon. Kung gusto mo ng murahan, sarili mo namang post, sarili mo namang space, paano ka magiging troll? Diba? Pero dito, idinagdagan ng Senate, proposed Senate resolution, itong salitang, most trolls also post misleading statements or outright lies on the internet to manipulate public perception of issues or persons. Dito na po pumapasok yung kanilang agenda. Dito na po nila ikinokonekta yung ilang beses na nilang sinasabing trolls, and troll farms na nanggagaling sa ilang mga politiko such as, but not limited to, Senator Risa Hontiveros, Senator Ping Lacson, Senator Kiko Pangilinan, etc. Diba? Bakit naging troll yung manipulate public perception of issues or persons? Hindi ba ang definition niyan public relations agent? Diba? Kung babalikan natin, may isang umikot na study dito sa social media ukol sa tunay na author ng mga alleged manipulators of public perception na yan. Hindi yan trolls. At lalong-lalo na, hindi yan yung mga so-called social media influencers. Ang gumagamit ng mga troll farms o mga alleged trolls ay mga public relations firms. At hindi lang po politika ang puntirya nila. Minsan, ginagamit nila yan para sa mga korporasyon kapag may binibenta na produkto. Minsan, ginagawa din nila yan para sa mga artista na binibenta ang kanilang availability o susunod na pelikula o TV show. Hindi lang po politika yan. Kung merong bago dito, yung pag-i-introduce ng politika sa ganitong klaseng laro. But is it really new? Diba? Kung magsalita kasi yung ibang mga politiko natin, akala mo kahapon lang sila pinanganak at nabibigla sila na namamanipulate ang public opinion sa social media. Hindi ba matagal na rin ginagawa yan sa traditional media? May mga maglalabi dun sa ilang mga quote-unquote opinion makers. Yan po yung mga influencers ng trad media. Sila yung mga kolumnista, sila yung nagsusulat ng paborable o against sa mga public policies or against certain political figures. Minsan tungkol dun sa mga proyekto ng gobyerno. Hindi po ito bago. Ang bago lang, ginagawa na kasi sa social media. Pero pag trad media at kolumnista ka, ang tawag sa'yo, opinion maker. Pag nasa social media ka, ang tawag sa'yo, troll. Diba? Hindi lang yon, may paratang pa, bayaran ka, binayaran ka. Sinong nagbayad sa'yo? Kaya alam naman natin lahat, bayaran kayo. Pero may nagsasabi bang ganon doon sa mga traditional media, quote-unquote, opinion makers. Diba? Walang nagsasabi ng ganon because even though many people believe that some of these so-called opinion makers may be on the payroll of somebody else, nobody ever says it out loud. Pero sa social media, dahil sabi nila, balahuraan naman daw minsan sa social media, there will be somebody who will actually go to your page and troll you by saying, hoy, bayaran, tumahimik ka dyan. Diba? Bakit acceptable sa trad media sa atin, social media, ay hindi? And where does the Senate, where do the senators come off making definitions na tila, hindi naman yata ginagamit. May footnoted naman ito. Ibig sabihin may mga sources sila. Halimbawa, ang definition nila ng, ng trolls ay galing sa HuffPost. Dun sa first part. Pero yung dun sa second part, most trolls post misleading statements, etc., ay nanggaling sa Inquirer. Diba? Meron din sila, another footnote, coming naman from Rappler. Teka, bakit parang ang pinakikinggan ng mga senador na humihingi ng investigasyon ay tila iisa ang hubog ng opinyon? Ewan ko Pero that's the way it looks to us. Oh, by the way, if a fact check din kaya nila ang opinyon, ayon sa Rappler at saka sa Vera Files, sa kanilang mga pahayag tungkol sa kung sino ang fina-fact check nila, sabi nila, hindi daw sila nagfa-fact check ng opinyon. Okay? Pero bakit yung take ni Juan Ponce Enrile tungkol sa mga pangyayari at opinion niya tungkol kay Ninoy Aquino ay fina-fact check nila? Hindi yata consistent. Ang consistent dito ay may nabubuong parang kasunduan without actually saying na merong kasunduan, di natin alam yon. Pero parang pare-pareho yung sinasabi nitong 12 na senador na humihingi ng investigasyon at yung mga so-called fact-checkers. Iisa lang ang yata rin ang pinupuntirya nilang opinion or panig. Clearly, hindi kanila yon, diba? Siyempre, ang pinupuntirya nila dito ay supposedly yung mga trolls na binabayaran daw ng gobyerno. Pero, kung totoo ito, why conduct a Senate investigation nang wala namang kayong pinapahayag na ebidensya tungkol dito? Kung tutuusin, nandito din sa resolution, proposed resolution, yung sinasabi ni Senator Lacson na mayroon daw undersecretary na nag-organize ng internet troll farms across the country to target political rivals, those not aligned with President Rodrigo Duterte's administration. Wow, medyo mabigat. Kasi kung isang undersecretary yan, then bakit hindi nila ipinangalan o pinuntirya kagad? Well, in this instance, welcome na welcome ang isang Senate investigation. Gusto ko din malaman, totoo bang may undersecretary na ganito? Totoo bang nag-organize siya ng troll farms? Gusto kong makita kung anong klaseng ebidensya ang papasa sa mga suspicions ng ating mga senador. Pero ang hindi ko gusto dito ay yung tila parinig na kung ikaw ay social media influencer kunwari, automatic, kailangan pag hinalaan ka na bayaran ka ng gobyerno. Bakit? Ang mga kolumnista ba na pro-government, iniisip niyo yung ganon? Paano ko naman kung sila ay pro-opposition? Iisipin ba din dapat natin na sila ay binabayaran ng oposisyon? Meron namang pera, di ba? Why does the sauce for the goose apply to the gander? Hindi natin nakikita dito na iimbestigahan nila yung mga ganon. At wala rin tayong nakikita dito na ipinupuntiryan nila ito na bilang practice matagal na ng mga PR practitioners. Bakit parang kulang? Well, para sa akin, mabuti na. Ito, sabi nila, Filipinos should know why government spends public funds on troll farm operators disguised as public relations practitioners. So wait, pag troll farm, hindi ito legit public relations practitioner. Pero kung ikaw ay naglalabi sa mga trad media, tatawagin kang public relations practitioner, something is wrong here. Sabi pa nila, and social media consultants who sold fake news rather than on COVID-19 assistance, and this is something we should worry about. Healthcare, food security, jobs protection, education, among others. First, ina-assume na government spends public funds on troll farms. Tapos, meron silang pinupuntira. Magandang tanghali, Attorney Glenn.
Hello, Attorney Trixie. Good afternoon, boss. Good afternoon sa ating mga kababayan. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat.
Okay, so tapusin ko lang to ha. Ang sinasabi nila is dapat yung mga troll farms, they shouldn't sow fake news, but rather on COVID-19 assistance, healthcare, food security, jobs protection, education, among others. So, ibig sabihin, nagdidikta na rin sila kung anong pwedeng gawin.
Okay.
Isabi. So,
ito ba yung mga troll farms?
Oo, nakita mo yung reso, yung proposed reso.
Hindi ko nakita.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Is that a resolution ng Senate?
No, it's a proposed resolution.
Proposed resolution.
And it's signed
against troll farms?
Allegedly funded by the government. Yan yung ano
yung
nila.
allegedly funded by the government.
Para
pero
mayroong public interest. Para may singit silang public interest dyan.
Yeah.
Pero kung di gobyerno nagbabayad niyan, anong public interest nila dito, di ba? Pero ang inaano ko dito is parang pinupuntirya nila social media. This has been existing for a long time. Kaya lang ngayon, social media has so-called influencers and all that. Pero yung opinion makers who are columnists in regular newspaper publications or in television programs, wala silang angal tungkol dun sa mga yun.
Wala silang wala silang objection.
Hindi sila worried.
Doon lang sila sa troll farms.
And social
But
media.
they are also using troll farms, di ba?
Diba?
The opposition.
Bawal kasi pag government. Pagka nag-hire sila ng PR, legit yung PR nila. Pero pag government, disguised lang as public relations practitioners.
I see.
Diba? So, ewan ko.
Sinong author niyan?
Kiko Pangilinan.
As expected.
Tito Soto, Ralph Recto.
Marami pala sila.
At 12. Nancy Binay, Laila De Lima, Richard Gordon, Risa Hontiveros, Ping Lacson, Manny Pacquiao, the laugh, Grace Po and Joel Villanueva. Grabe yung tawa mo.
Nandun yung mga presumptive presidential contenders,
Yes, complete attendance.
Complete attendance yung presumptive na mga kandidato.
Which means they're afraid of something. Tingin ko dyan, we have to read it that way. Meron silang kinatatakutan dito. And it's not Smartmatic.
Actually kasi lahat ng kandidato, they will never attack Smartmatic.
Of course.
Kasi matatakot sila na they will be, syempre dadayain sila. They know, alam nila yun na madadaya talaga ni Smartmatic yung election. So every politician takot talaga sa Smartmatic.
Correct.
Kaya nga, tulad ng sinabi ko, 3 lang kami that openly speaks against Smartmatic. Ako, Senator Bongbong Marcos,
Correct.
Congressman Luis Villafuerte, So kami lang, yung, well, of course, mayroon din isa, si Congresswoman Leia Paquez. Ito yung party list ng ANGNARS. Kung natandaan mo, Attorney Trixie, noong 2016 elections, 2019 elections yata yun binigyan na siya ng invitation ng COMELEC to attend the proclamation of winning party list. Nakita ko yung ano niya may ano na siya, may si Dr. Leia Paquez, ang NAS party list. Nakaupo na to siya dati. Tapos ng the next elections, yun na, binigyan na siya ng invitation for proclamation.
Okay.
And then may ID na siya. Dalawa sila, 2016, kasama si Consla.
Okay, I remember Consla.
Yung Consla, yung nag-ingay na biglang nawala, I don't know. Pagdating doon, the session was suspended sa PICC. After 30 minutes, lumabas yung panibagong resolution. Wala na silang dalawa doon sa listahan.
Invited na sila,
Invited na sila. Mayroon na silang accreditation. Invited
correct.
na sila. Papunta na sila. Nandun na sila sa PICC. May ID na sila, yung security clearance nila.
Correct.
Nandun na sila sa hall. Then bigla, suspending yung session, gumawa ng bagong resolution. Paglabas, wala na ang NARS at ang Consla.
Yes.
So mayroon bang ganong eleksyon
Di ba?
na inimbita mo na kasi ipoproklama mo na, then 30 minutes later, nabago yung resolution, nawala na yung dalawa.
Grabing milagro.
Kaya nga ang politiko, alam nila na nangyayari talaga yung eleksyon. Even at the last minute, pwedeng gawin yun ni Smartmatic at COMELEC.
Diba?
So everybody is afraid of them.
And so,
that's why you will never see the contenders speak against Smartmatic. But they should remember, maraming silang kandidato, isa lang ang mananalo sa pandaraya. Lahat sila dadayain. They should wake up.
correct.
Correct. They should wake up. Dapat, alam mo, this is an address to the candidates. Kung 10 kayong kandidato dyan, isa lang ang mananalo dyan, isa lang ipapanalo ng COMELEC at Smartmatic. Kayong siyam, yayariin kayo. So what are you going to do?
Di ba?
Are you going to play, sasakay-sakay kayo in the hopes na ibigay sa inyo? Imposible yun. Wake up. Gumising kayo sa panaginip ninyo. Baka mabangungot pa kayo. So, they better speak up to add public pressure to make sure that the elections are clean and honest.
I think they don't want to speak up because they
Katakot na
always
sila.
want that option.
Kasi it's the easiest option.
Correct.
It's the easiest option. It's the least costly. And it affords insurance.
Yun, it's the most predictable
Yes.
outcome. Ay.
You are right, 100%. You are very right.
Kaya imbis na i-blame nila ang Smartmatic at itong bulok na sistema, blame the trolls.
Maghanap ng ibang
Di ba?
maghanap ng ibang sisisihin.
Correct. Imbis na ayusin, diba, they had every opportunity from 2019 to the present. Diba, nag-file si Senator Amy
Si Senator Soto.
Si Senator Soto,
author
meron din
ng
sila.
Hybrid Election System Bill.
Correct. Hindi natin, well, hindi ako completely agree, pero at least there was an attempt, di ba?
Yes, at least there is
May good faith attempt na baguhin natin yung sistema, hulihin natin yung mga pandaraya dito, but no.
Pero, Attorney Trixie, in fairness kay
Trolls pa rin.
Senator Soto, siya yung nag-unang nag-file ng hybrid election. Boss. Thank you, brother.
Okay,
Good
everybody,
afternoon, brother.
happy birthday, Attorney
Thank you,
Glenn.
Attorney Trixie.
Meron kami dyan para sa'yo.
Actually, thank you. In fairness naman kay Tito Sen,
Yes.
siya yung masimuno ng hybrid election na nag-file.
Yes,
Na
I
sumunod
agree.
yung pitong version sa House of Representatives. That's very good. Kasi from 0 in 2016, in 2019, suddenly you have 8 versions.
O, diba?
So, ibig sabihin, pinag-uusapan na sa Kongreso. And that's one giant leap for clean, honest elections. Although, di ba, natandaan mo, sumunod din yung Makabayad Black. Nag-file din.
Alam naman nilang hindi matutuloy.
Ang tawag ko yan, bayad muna, makabayad. Ano pa ba yung isa? Di ba makabayan?
Bayad.
Anak bayad. Yun nga ang tawag ko dyan. Anak bayad, bayad muna.
Kabayadan party list.
parang swak na swak sa kumili ka. At Smartmatic, bayad muna.
O nga, no? Di man lang kaliwaan, no? Bayad muna.
Pero all of a sudden, they dropped everything. Kasi palapit na yung election eh. So everybody wants to supplicate.
Opportunity.
They supplicate, they plead before the Lord Smartmatic.
Yes. So, ang whipping boy, Flores. Invento na
Pero
naman.
maghahanap pa yan ng iba. Maghahanap pa yan ng iba.
Flores talaga. Kaya nga, hindi. That this should rise to the level of a proposed Senate resolution. Nakakaloka. Ang daming aayusin.
Yes, ang dami nating problema. Ang dami nating policies that we need to set it right. Bakit yan ang pinagtuunan nyo ng pansin?
Pero para sa akin, there is still a parang ano dyan, parang saving grace. Kasi for once and for all, malalaman natin kung ano itong trolling na to, and if it is a crime or is it illegal or is it protected by the Constitution, and or is it just an invention, a figment of the minds of the people who cannot seem to win in any forum, like in an election, in a social media, in a public discourse, that they cannot win, and therefore they just whine about all these things. But if you think that there is something so wrong about it, then find a crime in the RPC, find a crime in all the special laws, and file the stupid case. Prove that
parang
these
ano
are
lang to
crimes.
Kasi ang tingin ko, this goes the way of red tagging.
Kasi halimbawa, kung gumawa ang Senado ng batas,
Baligtad. Ang gobyerno kasi ang target
red tagging.
Ngayon, kung ang Senado, halimbawa, nagawa nila tong batas, it will not apply to the people who are here right now. It will not apply to the people who they call trolls right now.
Diba?
They still have to define what troll means.
Sabihin natin
We cannot just assume that
by some
it has to be defined specifically.
by some magic and sleight of hand or maybe just luck or accident, inapas nila itong batas na to at pinirmahan to ni Duterte. We will see you in the Supreme Court and we will teach you how stupid you are.
If and when they do it.
Yes.
Kasi hindi pa naman nila ginawa.
It's possible din kasi na gusto lang nilang dalhin ito sa forum nila para pagalitan yung mga perceived trolls.
Pwede rin.
Diba?
They will use their political power.
Flex their
flex their muscles.
Correct. Pero ano yung effect nito? Hindi ba may chilling effect
Chilling
ito?
effect talaga yan. There's censorship that is prior restraint.
Prior restraint.
Diba? Ngayon, gusto nila na magdalawang isip yung mga taong nagpo-post tungkol sa politika dun sa social media.
Na sarili nilang account.
Yes. On their,
sila ngayong inaatake ng mga unknown na accounts, pero sila pa ngayon ang troll.
Yeah. Di ba hindi niyo ba napansin yung mga kilala, mga may muka, mga searchable ang mga backgrounds and all that.
Yung may reputation.
Yun.
Yun ang mini-mention sa resolution ng Senado.
Specifically targeted.
Diba? Dahil may pangalan. Dahil alam nila kung saan nagpupunta, kung sinong kausap, kung saan nagtatrabaho. Sila yung easy targets.
And all the while they will ignore all this change coming,
changes coming,
something more, ano ba yan?
Silent
no more.
Who do these trolling activities as defined, and they ignore all of these things because they cannot run after them. Why don't you subpoena these people?
Correct.
Do not name names like TP and all that stuff.
Well, they didn't, but they virtually named them.
Do not name names like Luminous, where we have names, where we have faces there. Why don't you go run after the the stupid or something?
Nameless, faceless. Mga nameless, faceless.
What? Those are not trolls to you?
Rogue organizations.
Correct. Those that participated in the Bikoy video.
Yung
mga share,
Nag-share,
mga ganyan. Complete with commentary. Oh, by the way, under the cybercrimes law, sharing is not, if you share a libelous article, it's not libelous. Unless meron kang additional commentary
Comment.
that will
Mali
constitute
din.
libel.
Na false din.
You will be prosecuted for your comment,
Your
not
own.
for your
Not
sharing.
for the sharing.
Yung
Apparently,
pag-share.
Ellen Tordesillas does not understand that.
Correct.
Because she hasn't read the law.
So, paano ka magiging fake news kung yung isang tao, fake news, in good faith, akala mo tunay siya,
Akala mo totoo.
shinare mo, wala kang komentaryo.
Wala yan, hindi yan libel.
Ay, si
And
Ellen
hindi
Tordesillas,
dapat
hindi
may-
yan alam.
You should also follow na hindi rin yan fake news. You're just sharing from
nag-share
somebody
ka lang
else
eh.
and you have in good faith believed that
Ang
this
mas
was
malala.
true.
Well,
Ang mas
good
mala-
faith is a defense.
Yes.
Ang mas malala,
it should be.
yung shinare mo, CNN, Philippines. Yes, ikaw yung na-fake news, ang CNN hindi.
Diba?
Tapos pero pag may comment ka doon and it's libelous, that's where you run afoul with the law.
Meron ba mga standard si Ellen Tordesillas in Verifiles na mali ang context ng question mo?
May ganun. What?
Where in the world of intelligent people does this make any sense?
Diba? And if people are misled, you post something and it's all completely true, but people are misled.
Misled into what?
I have no idea, but that's what they say.
Ay, idiot talaga
Misled.
itong Verifiles.
Then you are fake news. Even if everything that you post is completely real and completely
How do you
true.
can you
For
explain
example.
to me
Example?
yung context ng truthful yung description mo, sinulat mo? How could it mislead other people?
For example, okay, bago mag-break.
Sige.
For example, CNN in 2019
Okay.
posted, and they have a media card that
Okay.
says that the House of Representatives passed the ROTC bill.
Okay.
We reposted that 2 years later, and everything was there. House of Representatives,
Including the date.
The date, 2019.
Okay, that's material.
So people started saying yes, and all that. But we were careful to say that it was 2019 and it was the House of Representatives.
Okay.
Now, some people thought the law had been passed, and somehow that was our fault.
That is our fault.
However, it was very clear from the post when it was passed and who passed it. Yet somehow, because we went viral, it's our fault that people that were misled.
People are idiots. How is that our fault?
No, it cannot be the fault of the author kung nakalagay yung material
It's right
information.
there.
Sasabihin sa'yo na you mislead people because you by this post you say that the law has just been passed. When everything is there, it is passed by
That's
by the
2019
lower
pala,
house,
2019
and there is the
lower
date
house.
there.
Diba?
And somehow Verifiles, the intelligent people of Verifiles,
Okay.
So they call it fake news.
no, they flagged us as
That's
ano.
fake news and limited our audience. Throttled us.
So, good luck.
penalty yan,
Expected yan.
May
Oh.
penalty.
I want the Senate to investigate this because the biggest troll is Verifiles.
Di ba? Okay. Magbabalik ang tambayan. Ang oras natin, 12:34 ng tanghali. But before we go, hindi ko po nakita yung nagpadala para sa birthday ni Attorney Glenn. Paki-repost lang to kung sino yung pangalan para mapasalamatan.
Ano ba yung
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Super chat. Happy birthday, Attorney Glenn. Nagbabalik
Thank you,
ang
thank
tambayan.
you.
Makabog chita.
Tambayang sa DWIZ. Muli nating balikan. Tambayang sa DWIZ.
Nagbabalik ang tambayan. Kasama pa rin sa himpilan, Attorney Glenn Chong.
Magandang tanghali po.
Attorney Asam Ahmed Paglinawan.
Natural.
Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. Attorney din.
Abogado po kaming tatlo.
Yung iba kasi nagtataka bakit hindi ako naglalagay ng attorney sa harap ng pangalan ko. Kasi ang haba na.
Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles.
Diba?
Ako ayoko rin to.
Tapos may mga kung may mga ano ka pa, may mga letters pa sa dulo.
Diba?
Kasi ang
MA,
attorney-
LLB.
Kasi yung attorney means agent.
Diba?
Unless you are my principal and who is paying me for being me, do not call me your attorney.
Diba?
Just call me by my name.
Ako, I don't care. Meron kasi iba na kultura yan na-identify ka by what you do. So, di ba? O si architect, nandyan na.
Di awesome na lang sana.
Kultura yan
Because that's what I do.
Di si Attorney Glenn, awesome.
Hindi, yung akin, ako ginagamit ko talaga yung full title ko pag police ang sinasabi.
Masaya yan.
Yan yung mga naniningil na mga yung mga law firms.
Pero kung ordinary lang, Glenn Chong lang yan. Pero pag sa police,
alam naman natin kailan tayo mananakot.
Glenn A. Chong CPA.
Diba?
Tapos
Ayan,
former congressman. Para klaro.
Diba?
Alam naman natin kailan tayo mananakot mga ras.
Hindi. Usually, natatakot na sila. Halimbawa, magka-cross-examination.
Cross-examination is really an art and a science.
Yes.
Hindi lahat ng abogado pwede doon, di ba? Piling-pili lang yan out of experience.
Ito talaga makalimutan yung isang pulis.
Anong ginawa mo doon sa pulis?
Witness siya against another of the accused. Hindi ko kliyente.
Witness siya against...
Apat yung accused.
Okay, akusado.
Ang akusado, 3 kliyente ko.
Okay.
Witness siya against the one na hindi ko kliyente.
Okay, yung 3 sa'yo yon. Isa ibang abogado. Witness siya doon.
It all happened. It's a single event.
Yes.
Andun silang lahat.
So, witness against all the 4 accused.
Dinirect siya. Nag-cross yung defense counsel nung isa. Tapos, sabi ni Judge, Attorney Angeles, di tumayo ako. Sabi ng pulis, bakit siya? Sabay ito, nakiusap sa Judge. Bakit siya magkukross? Hindi naman ako nagsasalita laban sa mga kliyente niya.
Yan, 3.
Sabi, right? She has a right to cross-examine you on behalf of the other accused.
Because it proceeded from one single event. Yung testimony niya would
mag-a-apply
directly or indirectly affect all the accused.
Natawa ako Natawa din si Judge off the record. Natawa siya. Off the record yan.
Siyempre takot siya sa'yo.
Alala ko doon, nung una kong punta sa korte sa Tagum, sa Davao. Nakinig ako ng cross-examination sa abogado. When we saw the accused, what did you did? Sabi ng judge, rephrase. Tawa ng tawa yung kalaban, yung piskal. I'm sorry, Your Honor. When you saw the accused, what did you do?
Tama na.
Pero, hindi sumagot yung
yung witness.
So, parang akala niya, mali na naman siya.
Sige, go.
Diba?
When you saw the accused, what did you... Your Honor, I withdraw the question. Sabi ko, labo nito
Ang delikado din kasi yung question niya. Sa totoo lang. Walang specificity So, mamaya kung anong sagutin niya doon,
Kung
diba?
hindi ko alam kung anong isasagot ng witness, never ask the question.
I withdraw the question, Your Honor. Hindi ko makayanan yung past tense At saka yung emphatic tense.
At least dun sa walang freedom of speech issues sa sa court, kaya you can ask anything basta related dun sa so sa cross dapat yung related dun sa direct examination. Pero dito sa balik tayo dito sa freedom of speech issues natin. Ang pinagtataka ko, bakit ang di ba nag-anniversary yung ABS-CBN?
That one.
Take down. So,
nag-anniversary sila sa takedown.
Anniversary.
Great.
Gano'n na sila.
Tunay lang na ng bayad muna.
Oo.
Ano na nangyari sa mga taong hindi daw ma-imagine na buhay nila yung isang taon na?
Di ba?
Nabawasan na ba tayo ang population?
Nahampas na yata na sa katotohanan. Meron palang mundo na walang
di ba fake news yung ganyan?
Diba?
Bakit hindi na fact-check yan?
Ang nakulang kasi dun sa public discussion tungkol dun sa ABS-CBN is yung role nila in suppressing free speech. Kasi sila mismo, sabi, yung pagtanggal daw sa kanila violates free speech at yun ang umaabot sa ibang bansa. Pinalalabas na perdugo daw ng free speech si Presidente. Dahil hindi sila binigyan ng prangkisa. Pero kung i-examinin ninyo ang ABS-CBN,
It does not ipso facto mean that because you are a media outlet, by virtue of freedom of speech, obligado
Bibigyan ka ng
ang
franchise.
gobyerno sa'yo. That
Bibigyan
it
ka ng
is your
franchise.
right. No.
Ang layo
This
po
is subject to regulation.
Ang layo
All
ng ano.
constitutional rights, di ba? Are subject to one form of or another na
Ang
regulation.
layo, walang koneksyon. Ang hindi pagbigay ng franchise sa kanila sa freedom of speech nila or anybody else.
di ba?
Sila lang nagko-connect niyan dahil tama
Well,
sila eh.
it's their interest eh.
Oo. Pero, pag
At
in-examine
hindi
nyo
sila
yung
sinasabihan
character
ng
nila,
fake
ano?
news.
Oo.
Hindi sila nilalabel ng fake news.
Bakit nga ba?
Oo nga, tayo lang ang sinasabihan nila ng fake
Social
news.
media lang pwede fake news.
Oo.
Di ba? Pero tingnan ninyo, ang ABS-CBN, ipinopromote nila yung corporate interests ng kanilang mga may-ari.
Okay.
At may-ari sila ng iba-ibang
May iba-ibang,
corporation at saka mga negosyo.
Na hindi
such
lang
as,
mass
but
media.
not limited to yung Meralco nila.
Yes,
Diba?
oo.
And,
Pero
ano,
minority na lang sila sa Meralco.
correct.
Oo, kasi binenta nila yung majority kay Salim.
Yes. ano.
Kumita pa rin sila.
Oo.
Sa hindi sa kanila.
Correct. But they
Okay.
have other interests.
Yes.
At hindi nila inaano yon. In other words, yung corporate the representation ng ABS-CBN, they pinupush nila, of course, yung mga artista nila, yung mga shows nila and all that. And then also their own business interests.
There are other business interests.
Other business interests.
Which are not related to freedom of speech.
Yun!
But
Or mass
purely
media.
pecuniary interest.
Sa US kasi may neutrality. You have the obligation
To be neutral.
at saka to disclose
To
that
be-
I am connected to this company.
Whenever you make news.
Sasabihin mo na, so whatever I say here is probably going to be biased for that company.
Correct. Pero,
may full disclosure. Oo.
pero yung dami nilang radio stations violating PD 576A, dami yung multiple TV stations nila, meron silang digital, meron silang 23, meron silang DOS.
Okay.
Naiisa lang ang
Single
actual
ownership,
real may-ari.
diba? At nagsisik pa sila mag-block time sa ibang channels, which is what they're doing.
They're
And,
now.
trying to get around not having a franchise, they buy virtually
Block
the
time.
entire block time
Illegal
of
din
another
yan
station.
Because you cannot do block time if you have no franchise.
Exactly. Diba?
Illegal pa rin yung ABS-CBN na
content
yan.
provider ka ba? O network ka,
Broadcaster.
broadcaster ka?
Either way, dapat may franchise ka.
So, ang nakikita natin dito, yung hegemony nila noon, nung buhay pa yung TV station nila.
They're still
Network
trying to do it
Hindi
now.
nila pinag-uusapan na they represent corporate interests, tapos ang lakas ng boses nila sa broadcasting all over the country, in every region, in every...
Pervasive.
Correct. Diba ang sinasabi nga nila, kawawa naman ang bayan pag walang ABS-CBN kasi hindi madi-disseminate yung emergency
Nabuhay
information.
naman tayo yata. Walang
No,
ABS-CBN.
it's just, I'm happy without them, and if they come back, I'll be happy to kick them out again.
Diba? So, yun yung mga aspeto ng freedom of speech na surprisingly hindi nila mapag-usapan. Ang sinasabi lang nila, denied franchise namin, therefore, berdugo ng free speech si
Kinortel yung
Pangulo.
free speech nila.
Ang hindi nila sinasabi is actually the president democratized free speech through the broadcast industry.
Tinanggalan mo ng hegemony, and
tinanggal
everyone
mo.
now can participate. The small
You
radio
remove the
station.
giant to allow the small players to
Yes.
survive.
So you
Give
can
them
have-
breathing space
Yes,
to
more
thrive.
voices.
Oo.
So now, okay, talo sila dyan.
Wala.
Saan ngayon ang malalakas na boses na laban sa kanila?
Social media. At saka sa DWIZ. Kasi yung mga congressman nakikinig na dito
Correct.
on those things.
Oo, nagpapa-interview ngayon, di ba eh.
So,
Na we're
sige.
happy naman to accommodate. Marinig natin sila, di ba?
Yes, that's
First hand. Kahit yung mga hindi nag-agree sa atin, saya lang yan.
Well, that's
Pag-ayos
the
na.
marketplace of ideas.
Diba? That's it.
Which
That is
should
the
thrive.
point. Oo.
So yung mga monopolistic control nila, di ba? Pag malaki ka kasi you have the power to influence,
Correct.
control the environment under which you operate. When you remove that giant, so the small players can actually survive. They
Yan.
thrive.
Diba?
Yan.
In fact, social media is the great democratic space. Kasi
Yes.
kahit sino,
Yes, you are
mayaman ka,
free.
mahirap.
Oo.
Supposedly,
Supposedly.
until Verifyles poisoned the mind of the more stupid Facebook.
Ayan. True.
So,
They have different forms of control eh. Diba? In your case, ito si Verifyles, ang ginagamit nila, they label us as fake news. Ito naman, ang sa akin on my part, si Smartmatic.
Oh,
I know na pag nag-post ako na may term na Smartmatic,
Yan,
automatically my audience is controlled.
Oh, di ba?
So, dati hindi ganyan eh.
it is open to the public at large.
Yeah, it's open to the public at large. So I get 100,000 views every time I post.
correct.
Pag nag-live ako, 100,000 yan. Eh ngayon, pag may Smartmatic, 10,000 na lang.
Ginawa din nila yan dito sa sa
Dito.
Tambayan at saka sa
Oo,
Karambola.
I know.
Eh, suddenly, kumunti na lang dati. Bawat
biglang bumagsak
3,000, 13,000.
Yeah.
So ang gagawin siguro, I assume binabayaran sila. Eh di mag-live nila ako na mag-live araw-araw.
Tama yan, para
para
magbayad.
bayad sila ng bayad. O, di ba?
Para yung mama ng Facebook, so we can actually say that there is a pecuniary interest in our exercising our rights on Facebook so that we can sue you when you stop it unreasonably.
Attempt to stop it.
So, patuloy lang Verifyles because we will get there.
One day, soon.
Eventually, kumbaga, hindi naman tayo papasok sa sabak sa laban nang hindi tayo handa.
Na hindi tayo, na hindi natin gugulpihin ito mga lupong na.
Hindi naman kami magpapagulpi sa inyo, no?
Di ba?
Subukan nyo lang.
Hindi, not only that. Ngayon pa lang, ini-explain na namin yung issue sa inyo. Para pagka lumabas na kami at meron kaming i-file na kaso.
Mag-sorry na lang kayo. Bayad kayo, tas sorry.
Be ready to suffer the consequences.
Ano yun. Pero, tsaka, kahit yung ating audience, yung mga gustong makilahok, o mismo mga biktima din, nitong mga fact-checkers na
Marami din sila. Ako na-biktima din ako
Isa
niyan.
ka pa eh. Nakita nga kita.
May isa akong video na nilagyan
na
fake
take
news.
down.
Oo, nilagyan ng fake news. No, at the time I made the video, wala pang clarification from the Supreme Court.
Kaya nga.
Contextual yan eh.
Ulul nga itong Verifyles.
Oh,
Sinong
time
nagsabi
bound.
niya Verifyles?
Verifyles.
Di ba?
Ang ano ko is, I made the video at 4:30 in the afternoon. Yung dismissal sa kaso ni BBM.
Yun.
Tama.
I made it at 4:30 inside my car while I was going home. Then lumabas yung clarification about 5 o'clock.
Di
Di
ba?
nakagawa ka na?
Nakagawa na ako.
Sa traditional media, there is the erratum.
Di ba?
Pero dito sa atin, they libel us immediately.
They label us agad as fake news.
Which is also libel, not only label.
Actually,
And the throttling has long-term effects.
yes.
So,
Hindi nire-reverse.
Verifyles, kung may
Hindi nila
abogado
nire-reverse
kayo, intindihin nyo to. Yan ang sabi namin ngayon. And is there
Actually,
damages here?
Parang that is the second time na fake news din ako. Meron din akong post dati na nilabel nila as fake news.
Yeah.
It was during nung nag-testify ako sa Senado about cheating ng eleksyon.
Yan.
Sinagot ko siya. Sabi ko, hindi yan fake news. It's based on these documents, ganito, ganyan. But of
Tinanggal
course,
ba nila?
No, hindi nila tinatanggal.
Kasuhan natin ng Verifyles.
Si JPE nga, pinacheck niya.
Pinacheck nila yung taong
Personal
witness.
knowledge versus book knowledge.
Ang reason nila, there is
Personal knowledge yan, that's first degree evidence.
ang reason ng Verifyles is there is no publication that says this. Idiot. Just because you cannot find evidence doesn't mean that this person is telling a
A false
falsity.
story. Oo.
Exactly.
Idiot.
It
Because,
is
That's
personal
the problem.
knowledge. Kung may personal knowledge ka, that is, evidence.
di ba?
Yun nga ang hinahanap natin eh.
Yung sinasabi niya, that is the evidence of the occurrence of the event.
So, itong Verifyles, that is the problem with thinking that the truth can be your business because the truth is nobody's business.
Correct.
It is not a business. It is there, independent of us. So, ikaw, Verifyles, if you have still brains in your head, start thinking of this because anywhere you go, kahit pumunta ka sa US, sa Europe, they will tell you that the truth is no one person's business.
Okay. Diba? That's the philosophical end of it. So, but, di ba, ang tindi because of the elections looming, Nagka-create na sila ng mga monsters that they want to slay.
Yes.
And kasama tayo doon.
That's normal, di ba?
Oo.
You have to create an enemy. Remember Hitler?
Oh, yeah, di
Si
ba?
Hitler, in his rise to power, kailangan niya
may
gumawa ng
kalaban.
demon.
I have to hit the
Kailangan
Jews.
meron siyang giant na papatayin niya.
Correct.
Para the German people will believe him. So, he pointed to the Jews.
Para hero siya.
Para
di ba?
hero siya. Lahat ng problema ng Germany at the time, after World War I and World War II,
Kasalanan nila.
yung conspiracy ng mga Jewish ang pinagbibintangan niya. So, it's
Wala
just
naman
like
siyang
here.
na-prove doon. Hanggang ngayon, wala
Oh.
tayong
It
na-prove
wasn't
na conspiracy
necessary.
ng Jews.
Yes.
Oo, kasi
Because
ano lang,
it was all a
smoke and
fiction.
mirrors, eh.
It was all a fiction ni Hitler.
Oo.
He just needed a demon
Oo.
na para sabihin
Na
niya,
ma-vilify.
ito ang kalaban, ako ito.
And a forum. And magkakaroon ng, parang election yan. No? He was
Ang tawag
running
dyan,
for the
yes.
state. Oo.
Yan yung putschist. Ang tawag dyan.
Invento ka, make your story. And then, this is done by anybody, including, and that's why we're already reviewing our history of the martial law years. Kasi, pati yung run-up to the EDSA revolution,
Oh.
it is now time for us to re-examine the
Yes.
events. Diba?
Tingnan
Looking
natin.
back, based on what happened after,
Kasi ang mga tao,
so that we can put it in the right
they
context.
seem to believe until now that the EDSA revolution was a miracle. It's a miracle. Na para sa akin, no, it was not. It was just really a confluence of selfishness and political ambition of many different people, and it
The miracle
translated
is
to that way.
they banded together
The miracle
in a
there-
conspiracy.
The
That's the
miracle
miracle
there is
there.
Marcos did not kill all of
Yes.
those stupid people in the streets while they are being used by the selfish politicians on the other side.
Despite the charges against him of being a brutal dictator, he never shed blood.
And that was on TV, on live television, with General Ver saying, we will attack them now. Just give the order, Mr. President.
Counterpoint on the Mendiola massacre.
Oops. Oops. Di ba?
Wala pa nga 50,000 itong mga nasa Mendiola. You killed most of them, Cory Aquino. By your order.
Definitely they were dead.
Ah.
Ayan, talaga, irrefutable yun.
Pray
yung
for
mga
us,
namatay.
Saint Cory.
Those are facts.
Di ba? So what are we going to do? Somebody is trying to control what gets said
Hegemony
in
hanggang
social
ngayon.
media.
Itong ginagawa ng Rappler, ginagawa ng Verifies, this is actually going back to the Middle Ages, to the medieval era. The principle of the modernity is to go towards a freer and freer uninterfered communications
yes.
between people in public.
Yan.
What we are doing now, controlling things, controlling certain words and names like Jim Paredes from being said on Facebook,
Di ba?
and
Or
Smartmatic,
Smartmatic.
that is actually going back to the medieval age,
Di ba?
which is
To the Dark Ages.
which is really clear. Who would want to go back there? The feudal lords. Yung kapital ng mga tao, ng mga oligarchs.
Exemplified by them.
Yes. Mga Diyos na may lupa.
Yeah, Panginoong may lupa.
Maraming
Yan yun.
salamat kay Irwal Person. Nagpadala siya para sa sa birthday mo.
Hi,
Happy
sir. Thank
birthday.
you.
Si ma'am. Okay.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you po. Thank you.
Maraming salamat sa pagsubaybay sa tambayan nitong araw na ito. Ang tambayan ng susunod na programa In the Heart of Business with Ma'am Maru Pahatisarni and Sir Vito Gagni. Last, gabay mo na
Until next time po. Thank you.
Sige.
Bye. Ako po si Trixie Cruz Angeles. Ito mga Karamola.
Tambayan sa DWIZ.